Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, something rare. Any DB28 from Bethune is an uncommon watch, but this is one of the few times in my entire career doing this that I've seen a traditional pre-XP, pre-XS DB28 on the optional short lugs. Now, they were always out there, an option, rarely fitted standard, only by special request in most instances, and it changes the entire watch. So the watch remains 42.6 millimeters in diameter, if we're just measuring the case, and 11.2 millimeters thick. But the standard lugs, which were fitted to almost all 28s, were 58 millimeters across the wrist at full extension, and when compressed were about 53. Well, these short lugs start at only 50.8 millimeters lug-to-lug at full extension, and when compressed, they are 47 millimeters, which changes everything about the way this watch looks and fits on the wrist. Now, it's still a 26 millimeter spacing in between the lugs, so that doesn't change. But this is a watch that I can suddenly see myself owning, because as you can see, the lugs are well inboard of the edge of my wrist now. That's easy to see in this down the barrel angle, and then you can see that because we still have those patented spring-loaded articulated lug hinges, it will conform to your wrist. The smaller the wrist, the more it will conform. It's a thin watch too. It's not the DB28 XP, the extra plot, but it's darn thin all the same for a watch with 2 complications, twin barrels, and 6 days of power reserve. Once more, we'll zoom out a little bit so you can get this watch in profile and in proportion of the rest of my arm. You can wear this on a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference, and that is not true of a 28 with the standard sized lugs. The strap's lovely, sort of a cobalt blue, a bright cobalt blue, textile on top, rubber on bottom, pull tab spring bars. You can pop the strap with just your fingernails. This one came back from service January 27th of 2026, so it's as fresh and equipped with warranty as it will ever be. Power reserve indicator on the case back, 6 days of power reserve, case back polished but with fired blue insert to remind you it is a Bethune. We also have, obviously, Jean Rousseau construction. They make the OEM straps for Journe and Bethune here. We have a buckle, characteristic of the 28s and the 27s at Bethune. The design of the watch almost always features a corresponding buckle design. And then the lugs, famous but shorter. So we have that airy, evacuated buttress-like design with the spring-loaded action, which is patented, an ergonomic design to make the watch broadly wearable. Little bullet tips on the end of the lugs, the ogival bullets, torpedo caps, rocket nose, whatever you want to call it. That is the last styling vestige of the very first Bethune watch, the 2002 DB1. Taking a quick look in profile, you can see there's a little pusher adjuster on the flank to adjust the moonphase, though you won't need it often. This moon, which is spherical and bipartite, 2 different colors of metal, it has an adjustment interval of once every 122 years. One half of these moons is blued steel, one half is white palladium. And so just like the actual moon, it is a sphere that rotates. And 122 years is the adjustment interval of a perpetual calendar moon phase. This patented moon phase is a perpetual calendar style, albeit 3-dimensional. If you look carefully, you can actually see the bevel gear that drives it. We have twin barrels, self-adjusting. We've got a screw-down crown up at the top. It's a 30-meter water-resistant watch. You don't want to swim with it, but the screw-down crown is there to prevent accidental interaction between the crown and the lug. So 30 meters of water resistance, manual winding, and twin barrels, but you cannot accidentally overwind the barrels. They're self-adjusting. There's a patented system here so that you can't accidentally overdo it. 90 winds fully energizes the watch, but if you go past that, you're not going to break anything. So the barrels are patented, the lugs are patented. We have a balance wheel that is a silicon disc with a precious metal mass. That's patented. We have a hairspring that's cut into 2 pieces, shaped manually to breathe like an overcoil, clamped back together. That is patented. 1, 2, 3 shock protection springs. That is patented, but I'm getting ahead of myself. One thing you'll notice here is that the watch features a pronounced nickel anthracite dial shading, and that gives the watch a little bit more of a sinister, dark tone. So it's got more visual intensity than the conventional rhodium-plated silvered bridges you normally see on the 28s. Now, if you look carefully, you can actually see there is a power reserve indicator. So it moves between these two jewels, and that is exhausted, that is full. So there's one on the case back, but there's also an extension of the mechanism on the dial side. Taking a look outboard, I should mention de Bethune makes its cases, its dials, and its movements. And so this is an all-in-house product. Also, you can see the movement is contained in a monoblock case. There's no separate bezel, so it's a very clean design with no seam. Everything loads through the case back. We have these little polished titanium cabochons that act as the hours inside a polished hour track. Stepped inboard, there is a chemin de fer, or a railroad track, for reading the minutes. You can see the hands are fired blue, skeletonized, modified Breguet-style hands. We have Côte de Bethune on the base plate cap and the barrel bridge cap, which is to say the stripes are mirrored from side to side. You can see how the dark side of each stripe is facing in on both sides. Normal Côte de Genève is just one directional stripe, whereas here the wheel that lays down the stripe is reversed for the two different sides. What you'll also notice is that there's a mirror finished cap at the center, absolute black polish, optically smooth over the motion works that guides the hands, and then we've got a bevel on the side that is mirrored, rounded, and high-end. Although we don't often talk about finish with de Bethune, often the headliner is the style and the technology. The finish is as good as anything in the business, and you can see that mirrored bevel running all the way along the edge of the deltoid-style bridge, which, despite the frequent references to Star Trek, is actually designed after a leaf that Denis Flageolet, the watchmaking creator of de Bethune, found outside his home in Lauberson, Switzerland. So the deltoid symbolizing upward progress and the profile of that leaf. If you take a good look at the ratchet wheel adjacent to what would roughly be the 3 o'clock position, you can see that the teeth have been micro-beveled. Very difficult thing to do on surfaces that small. We have a fully rounded and mirror-polished and tapered bridge for the balance, which is itself the work of 9 to 12 hours of hand decorating. Now, about some of these other patented features. We talked about there being a patent for the shock protection. Very simply, we have 1, 2, 3 shock protection springs. The flanking springs in steel have been fire-blued. The idea here is that A, prevent the balance staff from being damaged, but also, if the flanking springs can take up most of the shock, the balance staff pivot may never be displaced from its jewel cup, which leads not only to better durability, but better timekeeping. That's the real goal. It is here to prevent breakage, and it's been tested in professional sports: golf, basketball, hockey, tennis. But you know what? The idea is not just durability, it is chronometry. So you have that patented shock protection system called triple parachute. Now we have this hairspring curve. Why do we need this weird curve? Well, the idea here is you take a standard flat hairspring, cut off the terminal coil, you shape it by hand to this sort of unconventional dog-legged kink, and then you micro-clamp it all back together, and the result is as flat and shock-resistant as a flat hairspring, but it breathes concentrically no matter what position it's in, like an overcoil. So if you leave it on your desk like this overnight, or like this, or like this, or like this, there's not going to be an impact on the timing of the watch adversely, either gaining time or losing time. Also important to note, this incredible balance. Now, there were 2 full disc balances made in succession by de Bethune, a company that has 10 patented balance wheels, but in general, the goal is always the same with a balance at de Bethune. Maximize the percentage of total mass in the rim. The rim here is precious metal, the disc is silicon. Reduce the impact of temperature on timing, done. And also, if possible, particularly here with the streamlining of the rim, reduce the impact of aerodynamic drag on timing. Now, there's also a silicon escape wheel that you can't see that helps to reduce the need for lubricant and also the oscillating mass. And remember, this is a manual wind 6-day power reserve, but no tricks are played with a low beat rate to get there. This beats away at 4 hertz. So there is a ton to love here. And that's before we get to the grade 5 titanium. In short, my experience is that short of ceramic, ceramized metal, or some sort of carbon-diffused steel or titanium like Zinn Tegament, the metal that best resists marks is polished grade 5 titanium, which is hypoallergenic and lighter than steel, just like grade 2 titanium, but unlike grade 2, is also more scratch resistant than most steels. And I'll say this, the polish does an even better job of hiding any marks because there's no damage done to a visible media blasting or brushing. It's just very good at hiding the slings and arrows that ultimately enact their will on a watch. So it's a very durable, great looking and long lasting finish. So if you love this watch with its rare combination of short lugs and anthracite dial, the 2011 Aiguille d'Or, effectively Best Picture at the Oscars of watchmaking. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.